Okay. Hi, this is Saturday, I think. And I just like to use the wheel hoe and cultivated, as in chopped all the weeds up in my corn. And as you can tell, my corn is doing pretty good. I put a little fertilizer on it and planted out a bunch of ginger that I'd started inside. I got sweet potatoes in here. Got tobacco right there. I got okra coming up right there. And then a whole pile of peppers, different kinds of peppers. And then down here, I mixed buckwheat and flax. So I'm not sure if that's, I think that's probably buckwheat coming up, but it might be flax coming up right now. Anyway, in there, I've got up there my butternut. Here, let me show you. My butternut and cushaw, I planted them next to each other up here. And I'm going to work some of this up if I can get around to it. But they're coming up real good too. Those are cushaw, and those are butternut. And I'm just going to let them sprawl all over here. Anyway, yeah, I'm winded. I just finished using that wheel hoe. It kind of wears me out. Anyway, I've planted a bunch of stuff. Just kind of, I'm trying not to really till the ground. This is my potato experiment. These guys right here, I put a couple potatoes in a couple pots, and then when they sprouted, I picked the sprouts off because they had roots on them and planted them. And they look like they're doing pretty good. And then I planted a mixture of mustard and buckwheat and collards and all kinds of stuff in here, just maybe just a mix. Then I got yellow, oh, get my finger out of the way, yellow wax beans down through there, the little spare empty spots. I went ahead and planted some more. I got fava beans right down through here. And then I'm pretty much sure I showed you pretty much everything else. There's a patch of potatoes. I have, I don't know if you know what balsam is. Balsam is a flower. You plant it once and you have it forever. Yeah, now it's kind of a weed. I've got some Chinese cabbage and collards and parsley in there. Got parsley. Only ended up with one rice plant. One rice plant that made it. I'm thinking about trying to plant some more, but we'll see. And we got parsley down through there. Got a bread seed poppy and calendula everywhere. I planted it everywhere. I've got rattlesnake beans down through here. Excuse me. Various kinds of tomatoes down through here. These are called spoon tomatoes. They're itty bitty, about the size of my pinky. Planted quite a few of those. Got collards that came up from the roots from last year. Oh, excuse me. And this is cilantro or coriander. It's going to be coriander because I'm letting it go to seed so I can save the seed. This is parsley from last year. Going to save the seed. My onions, and they're starting to bulb. See here? Starting to bulb. And then I've got chard and collards. And there's my spinach. It's getting ready to go to seed. And my cabbages. Got green cabbage, Savoy cabbage, and purple cabbage in here. Not to mention a volunteer potato that's blooming. I planted collards in the middle up through here of this clover. Not to mention there's a couple of volunteer potatoes here and there that got overlooked. And I took that net off of here because I figured these things were big enough to fight off the rabbits. But I did mixture seeds of carrots and beets. Had turnips in here too. A little bit of lettuce right there. Anyway, it's just a mixture of stuff down through there. Volunteer buckwheat. Those are volunteer corn flour or bachelor buttons. They're a dark burgundy color. I planted a few tomatoes down through here, and I'm going to do the Florida weave with them and see how they do. I just did that, so that's why they look so spindly. And let me show you what else I've been doing. I've been cutting hay. See here? All down through here. All up through there. I got to cut that hilltop. All down through there. Over to there. All down through here. And letting it dry. We got another day and a half. Tomorrow's supposed to be dry, and most of Monday is supposed to be dry. So I'm trying to get as much cut as I can so it can dry, so I can put it up. And I gotta cut this right here. See, I've cut all this, and this is what I cut it with. Let me see if I can prop it up so you can see it. That's what I cut it with. And then I'll show you what I've got cut so far. About a couple weeks ago, it was dry for 3 or 4 days, and I'll show you what I did. I trimmed all these guys' hooves this morning. That little boy right there, he split his, like, you know, they have like a cloven hoof, and he evidently got something in between there, and right in there. Yeah, see the purple? I purpled everything. Anyway, yeah, he split it, so he's got a sore hoof from something. But a couple weeks ago, I cut a bunch, a lot of clover, and everything's got seed heads on it. And here's what I've got stored up so far. Got it under here, and once it gets dry, I'm going to try and tie it up into bales and then hang it from the rafters so it'll stay dry. I did that year before last, and it worked pretty well, but it's kind of labor intrusive. Yeah, gave everybody collars so I can catch them easier. And these 3 little boys right here, I posted them online today. So if somebody wants a buck, they got to speak up, because if they go more than another 2 weeks, they're going to be wethers. Because I don't want to chance them breeding back, and they're about, what, 9 weeks old? I think they're about 9 weeks old, and it won't be long, and they'll be trying to breed. Anyway, I'm Jo. This is my new Tennessee home, and I just thought I'd show you where everything's at. This right here, I might go ahead and cut this. The goats are going to come over here later, but they're not going to eat them seed tops. They're not going to eat that tall stuff, really. So if I cut it down, then I'll have nice, fresh green stuff when I move them up here. And I'm getting ready to, as you can see, they cleared that out down there, so I'm getting ready to extend their range back over to the trees up through there so they can knock that all down. They do a pretty good job of it. Again, I'm Jo. This is my new Tennessee home, and I'll talk to you all later.